Hello, Tam.
Hello, Fox.
How are you today?
I am excited. I love watching No Logic.
I love watching No Logic too.
Yeah, we have a race to watch today between JDSilvergun and prdwong. This is a losers bracket matchup.
Yeah, that's right. And it's game 2.
Series, yes. prdwong winning game 1.
So if prdwong wins this one, JD is out. But if JD wins it, we get more No Logic.
Which is always good.
Yeah.
We have quite a bit of a difference with the runners in terms of how long each has been playing. JD is pretty new to No Logic, and Rando in general, I think.
Yep.
But prdwong has been around pretty much for as long as the beginning of time.
Right. And has been doing glitch stuff basically that whole time too, from what I know.
Yes, he probably knows a lot of glitches that are completely obsolete by now.
Yeah, maybe he'll pull some out. He's also having some network troubles, so hopefully those get better, but it might be a little choppy for a while.
Yeah.
Both players opting for the same start. This clip into the hobo, and then we'll probably see Ice Rod Cave, and then maybe Zoro stuff. Oh no, Purdy just
looks like a swim from prdwong. I think we'll see from JD then.
JD seems to have gotten tired of missing dash clips. Oh no, he's gone back to it.
I can't blame JD for that. This is really annoying if you're not getting it quickly.
Yeah, it took me a long time to be comfortable with dash buffers. Oh, they keep getting really close to it also.
Yeah. But yeah, we see one of the many options available early. Sarswell's Hut gives us 3 quick items and green pendant info, which we see is Thieves Town, which
as always
no one likes seeing. That's just awful. Yeah,
Thieves Town is one of the dungeons that you don't need anything to be able to complete, so it sucks when we can't get a crystal without just like sort of for free.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if we're going to see Kakariko from prdwong. I'm not sure his tendencies really.
I don't know. I think I should know, but I don't remember.
Yeah, a lot of people lately have been doing their best to not go to Kakariko. But I'm not sure if that's something that he does. He doesn't do the swim clip route, which makes me think he might not put it off for too long.
Yeah, we'll see. He might go up to the mountain here, or he might go to Kak. Those are the main 2 plays from this position.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not even going to check Lumberjack, it looks like. Well, we'll see what the route looks like.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people check Lumberjack, and I've seen very few people actually get the Lumberjack item.
Yeah, but the check is right there. That's a really good tree pull.
That is very good, yeah. The Lumberjack check is almost more useful for knowing that you're not going to get an item, rather than knowing you could get an item.
It's just easy to route in with Lost World stuff, but yeah.
Yeah.
JD is definitely going straight to Kak. No, just... Okay, going up here.
Killing a guard for fun, yeah. Maybe we saw...
Oh, maybe trying to farm 2 or 3.
Yeah. Oh, that's a possibility as well. If he got a heart as the first drop, maybe he's checking to see if it's the good price back.
Yeah, definitely. So, they have enough money and bombs to do Kak.
Yeah. It's definitely less bad to go straight to Kakariko when you've got all these resources. But there's a number of things that you would like to do in the Kakariko desert area that you can't really do with no items. A lot of stuff in desert in particular, you have a lot of avenues to other dungeons.
Oh, nice bow. Yeah, it does. Yeah, desert is a little bit of a hub if you have bottles or mirror or something. And it's kind of a bummer to give that up right away, but it's also just a lot of fast checks at the beginning of the game, which is nice in its own way.
Yeah, it is a lot of checks. The bow is nice for a number of reasons, but one of the lesser reasons is actually its intended use in a dungeon like Eastern Palace.
Oh, and the hammer.
Yeah, this is a pretty relatively high value category so far.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to see a number of the more glitchy uses of the bow.
And a bunch of maps. Swamp is a very good map. Probably the second best map.
That is a good map, yeah.
JD talking to the lumberjacks probably more times than they meant to.
Mm-hmm.
And JD will be going straight up the mountain, maybe. This looks like a lumberjack DMA play, or some kind of DMA.
Yeah, this does look like lumberjack DMA. One of the many ways of climbing the mountain, which doesn't require a glove or flute.
Right, yeah, sorry, DMA stands for Death Mountain Ascent, where you go up the mountain without those things that Tam just listed.
Yeah, a lot of them will take you straight to the mountain. One of them takes you into the front of the Old Man Cave, which isn't really a Death Mountain clip, but you get there in the end.
Yeah. So bow and hammer, bow is quite good. Hammer is actually not really very interesting in terms of what it unlocks, but it is very interesting in terms of being really good at hitting stuff.
Yes, it does hit stuff very well.
Yeah, and firepower can be a serious problem early on.
Mm-hmm. Even later on, if you end up with a... Oh, okay.
Oh, the lamp!
That is a lamp. We love lamp here. We love it a lot.
I love lamp.
Yes, lamp is kind of our key to unlocking a lot of very powerful glitches. We don't really have the ability to yet, but...
Sure we do. We can overworld conveyor right now.
No, we can't. We need sparkles.
Ugh, you're right.
Yes, a number of different item combinations will give us a lot of very cool things to do. Hopefully we get those items, because a lot of people have not been getting them.
Yeah.
Yeah, JD on
great
Death Mountain,
MSU, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah, it is very fun. Coming straight up Death Mountain is quite risky sometimes. Okay, we get a sword as well. Never mind. Now we can convey overworldly.
Very good. I don't know if prdwong is a big overworld conveyor guy. I'm not sure he knows the trick at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure as well either. I think he at least understands hook pushing. Conveyor is not a thing that a lot of people tend to do very often.
Yeah, it's a little bit niche. There's some really good uses for it though, but we'll see what happens. Just have to keep in mind as an option. prdwong now is gonna get hit. Oh, he's walking to the pixel. I love it. He's gonna get hit by this Beamos, and he's gonna cross a quadrant barrier, which is like the lines dividing the invisible lines dividing the large rooms on the same frame that he hits the transition. And this is gonna screw up the game a little bit. And he's gonna be able to get the desert chests without the key.
Yeah, this locked door is a bit of a easy barrier to pass. We would like to open the door for other reasons later on, but in terms of the items, it's quite easy to just go over there. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the camera unlock, which means we're not going to be able to see the items he's getting.
That was arrows.
Yeah, that one was arrows.
That one was a small key to Castle Tower.
Okay, so we know the items. Sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
JD is rescuing the old man. They did sort of a top to bottom DM route. I know some people Chex likes this route and will go to Graveyard Ledge and Houlihan after this sometimes. So we'll see where JD opts to go.
This route is good. It kind of sucks a little bit when you're in the method of hitting the switches inherit as bombs, but they got so many bombs that it's not even that big a deal.
Yeah.
But it's, also a little rough rescuing the old man with nothing but the boots dust to help locate yourself. But with the old man is rescued, we did it.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a Graveyard Ledge play.
Graveyard Ledge is such a great early play.
Oh no, it's just another Hera entrance. Maybe we're just going
to
DM
Paradox, right now. I mean, don't be surprised if we see Graveyard Ledge, because Graveyard Ledge is such a... It's only one item, but it gives us access to a lot of bombs, and the descent clip that we do to get to Graveyard Ledge will allow us to hold land for free, and in Logic we are very greedy. We love having money.
Yeah. Yeah. YBAs, which are potion glitches, are allowed in this category, and potions are not cheap.
Yeah, we've seen a number of races where runners have had to resort to desperately farming rupees to be in go mode.
We saw a race earlier today where both runners
Yes.
had to farm the desert cave.
That was quite an extreme example.
Yeah. JD just not doing Spiral Cave, just looking
I-
at 3-heart bomb Spiral Cave and saying, no thank you.
Yeah, I don't hate this decision, but I kind of... It's something that I stopped doing, is East Death Mountain when you don't have stuff, because you just isolate Spiral Cave forever. It's too hard to do, you just die.
Yeah. Hyrule Castle key and Castle Tower key, and JD doesn't have the lamp yet, but will soon. That's starting
Yeah.
to make that area, the general Hyrule Castle area, look pretty good. Oh, there's
Yeah.
slippers. That's nice.
Once we see the Kakariko play from JD, JD will have weapons and the ability to do things in
Right.
cover and escape instead of just bombing everything.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't go there before CAC. Well, I wouldn't. Maybe you would. You're crazy.
No, not with a mushroom and nothing else. But Flippers is a nice find.
JD is not getting all of these items. There's no chance he survives.
No,
It's over, man. Do we go back for that?
One item? I don't know. I think we wait until we have a weapon. But
I just mean like ever.
Ever? Probably not, actually. Yeah, Flippers, very nice if we want to do Swamp. We can break around needing the Flippers for Swamp, but it is painful and slow.
Yeah.
So we
can
would
also-
really rather not.
They can also come in handy for some mobility stuff. prdwong getting a lucky heart container in Moldorm Cave. Otherwise, this was going to be a pretty dangerous juke.
Yeah, I didn't realize. But he only has blue mail, so I think he was fine.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah.
But since he didn't do the swim route, he has to leave and go do more things here.
Right. There's a bottle for JD, which is very good. Bottles, as we were just sort of saying, are super important.
Bottles, possibly the item we're most excited about seeing in a vacuum.
Yeah.
We can use potions to do so many things in the underworld, break around so many items and keys. It's just having them is so powerful.
Right.
And it's really only rivaled recently by the ability to do some misslotting glitches
Yeah.
in terms of power.
Bottles are not the most powerful item, but one bottle is more powerful than any single other item.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a bug net. prdwong does not need the lamp anymore.
Oh, come on. Don't be ridiculous. prdwong also found the gloves, by the way, sorry,
Yes.
which are one of many items that are very handy but not really important.
Gloves, very handy.
Oh my god.
No, they are actually very nice. There's a number of checks that we can't do without a glove. There's a number of checks that we can do without a glove, but kind of suck and are slower.
Yeah, there's a lot that suck and are slow.
Yeah. And especially if we find the pearl, having access to the glove and hammer makes Dark World navigation quite simple.
True. Yeah, and it means, of course, we're only one item away from the most important glitch.
Yes.
That
Exactly.
is a bottle.
That is a bottle, and we're going all the way around instead of just swimming through the ground. Because that's something we
Not
can do.
familiar with the setups.
Yeah. The ground is when we can swim into a diagonal slope, we can kind of ignore the fact that that's ground and just swim
Forever.
wherever we want. Yes. But yeah, we went the long way around. It's fine with flippers. JD is in Kakariko, so
prdwong
to
is
get-
walking out of Zora's domain.
oh, yeah, this is
Is
the
this a
podium
Zora
classic.
DMD?
This is Zora DMA.
DMA?
Yes, he does this every single time. I think
Oh,
it's
let's
his
go
favorite
prdwong.
DMA. This is a very old DMA, but it's very fun to watch, which I think is the reason why he does it. But yeah, bottle for each player is great. We love
Yeah.
bottles.
prdwong's
The
gonna
bottle,
second bottle right now.
Not right now.
Isn't it in Paradox?
It was in Graveyard Ledge.
Oh, I'm stupid.
But yeah, both bottles are in a place where the other can very easily find them. So hopefully we have 2 bottles each. This is kind of shaping up to be a very a scene where you're given a lot of agency instead of being kind of bottlenecked by not having many glitching items.
Right.
With 2 bottles and potentially the ability to do some mislotting, we have a lot of checks available to us right now.
Right. One thing we don't have yet is a Cave State Big Key, which is another reason that getting the tools to do a bunch of escape area stuff, although the glove kind of makes the Hyrule Castle small irrelevant. But the big key that you get from the Ball and Chain Guard functions as a big key whenever you're in Cave State, which is really important. So
yeah,
probably see that before too long.
Yeah, there's a number of other keys, but we obviously don't know where they are yet.
Right.
So getting the Hyrule Castle one is just a nice guarantee, and it comes with a bunch of checks on the way. We saw nothing useful in Spiral Cave, which is good news for JD. We'll see about this check in Paradox as well. But JD's going to be in Desert with a bottle. We might see some stuff that prdwong did not have the ability to do.
Did they get a potion in it? I wasn't paying attention.
I don't remember them buying a potion, but maybe I just missed it.
They have.
Oh
my gosh! That is punishing for JD.
Yeah, the sword in Desert is dupable if JD knows how. So maybe it's not the end of the world, but you would really like to have the sword, and we don't have the ability to dupe it just yet. Is it not?
JD can dupe that sword with just a YBA north into the room, right?
Oh, you need a super tile.
Oh no, right! I forgot how the super tiles are laid out.
Yeah, if JD gets a second bottle, then
or
this one is dupable. Yeah, Kane or 2 bottles would do it. And I'm not sure that JD knows the dupe. Right. JD has learned really rapidly, considering how new they are, which is really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Because there really is a lot to learn.
It's too much, though.
Yes. We need to stop JD before they become too powerful.
They're going to win the next No Logic tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is that the Master Sword is great and all, but knowing that it's there to dupe, like you don't need it anytime soon. You just need it to come in.
Yeah.
So if JD knows the dupe, they can just like sort of mark it down in their mind as like, well, I can come back to this at any point.
Yeah. There's no real guarantee that JD will ever actually get the ability to dupe it, but that's really quite unlikely, as well as just being an awful, miserable seed.
Yeah.
So is it not an auto door? Can you double YBA in auto doors?
I don't know. That's why I said it had to be Smaria, but then you said 2 bottles would do it.
I thought you were just
believed you.
Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I know a red cane can dupe it because I tried it once. I've done it before. prdwong having a much easier time of Death Mountain.
Yeah, this is the real advantage to having a sword early on. It does help with some clips, not in terms of making them possible, but in terms of making them easier with the ability to use spin speed. Otherwise, we see the very annoying boots clipping that JD was struggling with earlier. We are going to the back desert, so I guess JD probably did buy a potion.
Must be.
Yeah, the way we're going to do this is with a spin YBA. The effect of the YBA is commonly to kind of bypass tiles in the underworld. And it happens that if we add a spin, it kind of adds another tile of distance, I guess. It's kind of a poor way of describing it, but that's what we're going to do here in Desert. We're going to skip over a couple of super tiles and end up in Landmass Room despite not having a fire source or the big key.
I don't know if prdwong hula-hand there on purpose or if he was hoping to go to the back of escape off of that fall.
I'm not sure.
I forgot to correct the camera.
Yeah, you can correct it, but it's so easy to not do that and all
Yeah.
by accident. Yeah, well, he's going to escape here. You can come from the river above, which lets you enter Aga Tower without worrying about the energy barrier that's in the way. But with the Master Sword,
Yeah,
he doesn't
Master
have to worry about that at all. Yeah. And I guess he doesn't have to worry too much about back of escape. He can just go through the door if he wants. There are potential advantages to leaving. Oh, JD messed up the YBA.
Well,
But
that's too bad.
oh, just
And
a
we get a
reset.
hard reset.
Did he deathwalk? Or did they? I didn't remember seeing one. Maybe in Desert, actually. That would explain it. From right side.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay. I don't think they found anything anyway, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they had the whole CAC play in there. I don't remember the whole sequence. I'm not paying.
They didn't find anything in Desert or anything.
Right. It's too hard to follow 2 streams at once.
And prdwong put off Uncle, which makes me think that he's going to be going from Uncle after escape to Thieves Town.
Yeah.
With the Thieves Town big key, the Thieves Town big key is kind of useful for Thieves Town, but not because of the fact that it is a Thieves Town big key, but because it's a cave state big key.
Yeah.
Although, as we said before, he's about to get another one from the Ball and Chain Guard.
JD is just going right back, gonna try this again. Nope, JD is going to Agina. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, maybe I think JD's route was cut short by the reset.
Yeah.
He was planning on doing this afterwards.
I don't know if they're planning to go back for Lammo right now or not. Fire Rod!
Yeah, that's quite a big find. We are playing with an item pool that has 2 of each rod.
Right.
So that's not necessarily the only fire rod, but I also expect it to be a fire rod that JD finds after not too long.
Yeah.
Unless another cave state big key turns up somewhere, the escape sequence is not something you put off for very long typically.
The fact that there's 2 in escape makes it much more likely that they're just going right there.
Yeah. The more you find in escape, the harder it is to find one outside, obviously. We'll see if prdwong goes back of escape. There's potential advantages to holding onto the key, but they're kind of not very commonly seen. I was thinking about it. Okay, he is keeping the key from the key.
No, he spent the key.
He spent the key, but he's got the key from available
I see what you mean.
to steal from Heron.
Gotcha. Sure.
Yeah, we see JD back on Death Mountain, which hopefully means they get the sword.
Yeah, there's no way they're getting just Spiral Cave and leaving.
Yeah.
This might be a Zora DMD after or something.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, it could be a Witch DMD actually turned in that mushroom.
Oh, that's also a possibility. There's a lot of DMDs.
There are, yeah.
There's so many things you can do on Death Mountain, which is one of the reasons we rescue the old man so early.
prdwong with almost no magic, just unloading arrows into guards.
Yeah, this room the first room with the ball and chain guards can be a real nightmare sometimes, because you walk into the room expecting to do the checks and you realize you can't kill them.
Yeah.
We have plenty of firepower, thankfully.
Alright, not getting a DMD. Oh yeah, JD already did mushroom. Thanks to Momo, who, by the way, is tracking for us today.
Very painful death walk here.
Yeah.
Which kind of definitely confirms to me that he's planning on going to Thieves Town. Okay, we see Kingston here from JD. Maybe not familiar with the Duke from Paradox. from Minimal Home Cave. Which I don't think we've seen from either of them. Oh no,
prdwong did it.
Yes, that's right. He found the glove.
I thought the glove was just Id Mini Moldrum Cave. I thought King's
Yeah,
Tomb was
yeah,
something. Yeah,
that's
okay. I get
King's Tomb itself not being useful.
So prdwong probably going to do the double juke to thieves here. Yeah, nothing good here. Could just leave, but yeah. No, we're gonna YBA.
We're gonna YBA instead because double juking is hard.
Yeah. It's not like we're gonna need this potion for anything else, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna get hook pushing
Well, we have
thieves down and not need to do 100
800
YBAs.
rupees, which is surely a lot of rupees that will cover any expense we could have.
Definitely enough, yeah.
Yeah, this takes us to Thieves Town. It happens that I'm closed right next to Thieves Town. We can come through here in Caves Town. We're opening the doors. I think he's gonna come back around.
No. He has Thieves Town Big Key, it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, it doesn't even matter. You're right.
I got scared for a minute, but it's fine.
Yeah. I always get scared, even though a lot of people don't open it straight away and come back. But I still get scared every time.
Yeah. There's the Desert Small. That would be handy if we hadn't already quadrant glitched, and it is in fact Swamp Palace access.
Yeah, in fact we took the key when we
already had
to...
Swamp Palace access, yeah, never mind.
Yeah. It's still useful though, yeah. Having desert keys is surprisingly useful, but not for the reasons you ever think. It's kind of the motto of no logic.
JD getting their flippers. Doing South Shore.
Yeah, about to get the glove as well. Maybe the second bottle. We saw a big key in Thieves Town Big Chest, but not a super useful one. That chest is very easily abandoned, but we got such an early hammer.
Yeah.
Hammer is one of the items that's closer to being the regular kind of useful. We use it a lot of the time to just kill things or to get behind hammer pegs. Although we frequently have ways of getting around those pegs, the hammer just makes it so much easier.
The hammer makes a lot of things way easier. It can save you trips to swamp. It can save you really annoying methods of getting to various locations.
Mm-hmm.
JD, if they follow this path to its end, could end up checking Zora. Although I think that they're an anti-Zora zealot, so probably not.
Yeah, it's a really tough call. There's so few items that are worth the money in a seat. But we have 2 bottles already, with a lot of YBAs on the cards. Huge spin speed. I'm not sure if that was close enough. Yeah, you don't have to be very close, but it looked like it might have been pushing in.
For the water rock? Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, well, I was wrong. You can be like...
Hits are extremely powerful.
Yeah. They are.
prdwong is
doing LST blind. This is kind of a deviation from what prdwong likes to do, which is the mosaic blind, but that would not actually be useful. Because the reason we do this is to keep the door open, which lets us leave once we're done.
Right, we're still in a cave right now, so we can't get a prize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if we just killed blind with the door closed, we would be stuck forever.
Well, we could save and quit out, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, JD about to get the second bottle, hopefully. That's good news.
Also, not swimming to it, but maybe because they want to...
Maybe we're doing Zora, yeah. That swimming there, doing the swim clip there is also very annoying because the Zora is shooting at you.
It's fine. Just get it first try.
Yeah, just be fast. Why would you not be fast? That seems very counterproductive.
I agree.
Okay, we did see Zora not useful. It kind of stings a bit. But hopefully we find enough money to cover the expense.
Hopefully we just don't need to buy
Yeah, hopefully we just find a
potions.
bookshop and then
yeah.
It's not a big problem.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's 300.
That is dupable.
Yeah, you could get a turn every 120 rupees into 30 rupees.
Well, there's a way that's free. perhaps I shouldn't explain.
Thank you. I appreciate your restraint.
Okay, so prdwong has left these down. Still Link.
Oh.
That's because...
Sorry, JD just found
yes,
the GT
that
big
was a cave state big key, yeah. Potentially a problem, but I'm not sure if JD is the type to skip escape.
key. I don't know. And also, there's 2 rods, so...
Yeah, it's still
unlikely
far
to
from
really
being
matter
a problem right now, but we'll find out. Hopefully it's not.
Yeah.
We did
Prdwong
see-
getting the
but-
green pendant.
Yeah,
I think
it's
he
kind
knew
of-
that it was green pendant, right?
Yeah, they both talked to Sasra, I believe. But yeah, he's Link because the only way to change worlds is through portals, and even though we come out onto a dark world screen, we didn't touch a portal of any kind. We are in the light world, even though we're on this dark world screen. When we do an overworld transition, we'll end up on the light world screen at that coordinate. So we can't take this anywhere else in the dark world, but it does allow us to do these Village of Outcasts checks, despite not having the power.
We can also check Sick Kid,
We can.
that property of going back to light world.
Some people like doing this into Kakariko.
Right.
Unfortunately, we've seen a Kakariko already from both of them.
We could even do Sick Kid and then follow the path to Ice Palace, which we can just do with no problems. We have Glove and Hammer and Fire Rod.
Yeah, that's true.
We're not doing that though, alright?
Also Checkerboard, which was isolated earlier.
True. But you can't go there until you have Mirror.
That's true, we need the mirror. We don't actually need the mirror, but we really hope we see the mirror.
Right. JD is doing Pod, which I like. I like just doing Pod really early because it has a million checks.
Not doing the Dark Maze, maybe...
Well, they blew up the wall, so I assume they're just doing a route.
Yeah,
that
just
ends
coming through.
there.
Yeah, probably. Maybe coming back in Pod State and Death Warping or something.
Right. Possibility.
Yeah, because we're in a cave, we have an abnormal amount of keys.
It looks normal to me. Arrow 3 is my favorite.
Arrow 3,
integer.
yes. It happens that is actually 253 keys. We start off at -1, which is the same thing as 255. Essentially, we have unlimited keys, and because we found, in JD's case, the GT big key, we have the ability to use big keys as well.
Yeah.
Pretty
JD
unhappy
can
with the Sahasrara prize then.
Oh, I didn't see it. Was it just nothing?
Yeah, it was 10 arrows.
Is this an Eastern play or it's a Witch play? All right,
Yeah,
I like
this is
this.
short play.
We can do all of Eastern except the prize, which is not really that appealing.
Yeah, we could beat Easton. We couldn't do it just by entering Easton right now, but we have the ability.
We can complete it, but not from this area, yeah. And also not while being happy.
Yeah, no, we're definitely not happy if we do it that way. JD found the flute in Pod, which is not super useful. We might see it activated. It's early enough that it's probably worth it to activate it, but...
Oh, we'll definitely activate it whenever we're checking Sick Kid and doing whatever we're doing over there. We might only actually fly a couple times, but I think it's generally worth activating. So yeah, we have a question from chat. It's not that you can use any big key in Cave State, it's that there are 4 specific big keys that if you have them, you are considered to have a big key while you're in Cave State. JD is skipping that big key chest, which makes me think we're going to see a Hookshot Cave juke later.
Yeah, I was about to say the same.
JD is thinking about their plan.
Yeah, we have a number of things we recently found out we can do in Pod that take us to cool places elsewhere.
No, we're just bailing. We're going to Hera.
Yeah.
All right.
This is something I don't mind as well, especially if you're coming back to Helmsol later. I think it's fine to leave checks in here, especially the slower ones. But yeah, this YBA will not take us directly to Hera. It will put us in this room, but with the pits being falling pits instead of damaging pits. And it happens that the fall destination of the super tile happens to be the Hera boss tile. So we're gonna fall, and instead of taking damage, we end up in Hera. And since we're still in the cave, we still have a cave state big key. We can open big key doors in here, as well as the big chest. And any small key doors we might desire to open.
Right. In particular, Hera has a big door that is often very important because all roads kind of lead to Hera, and also it's important for some potential late game stuff if we need to get the Meyer crystal and we have bad luck with medallions. And the small key, the Hera small key is generally earmarked for swamp, and so we could potentially do that right now. We could potentially just like reduce the burden on Hera keys. It's just like really handy. It's a little out of your way, but it's pretty good to get done.
Yeah, you would like to be doing this not in cave state, because the way we got here despawned all of the sprites, which we kind of glossed over, but there's no sprites in Pod for prdwong, there's no sprites in Hera for JD, and when JD ends up in Swamp, which I think is where JD is going, there's not going to be any sprites, which is not really a problem, but it means we can't get the entrance chest.
That is quite annoying, yeah. But this could just be a... Well, yeah, I guess we go to the entrance and then leave. I don't know. This is a little bit of an out-of-the-way errand trip. This is very nice to have done later. It's not the optimal way to do it if you get lucky with how things work out later, but...
Yeah.
Oh, and we can't even flood it. I forgot about that.
Yeah, flooding it and opening the big chest would be nice, but...
We have hammer, though, so it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be 2 trips.
It's a little annoying doing it this way, but not having the doors in Hera and Swamp open can just lead to so many problems later.
Okay, prdwong found the hook shot.
That is really unfortunate for JD. But it's... and Silver's, actually.
Okay.
We have so many useful items we don't need. We probably are not going to need as many bottles as we might have led you to believe.
There is a reasonable chance that prdwong is in go mode.
Yes. If Todorok is a pendant.
If Todorok is a pendant, I think he's just in go mode, but I don't want to do all the thinking to be 100% sure.
I think it's reasonable to assume with hook pushing that you can do literally everything in the whole game.
Yeah, I think so too.
Especially with 2 bottles in addition.
So if you're prdwong, what do you do now? Do you go dupe TR to find out if you're in go mode or not? Maybe?
That is... I think it's fine to do other dungeons for now and kind of do like easy checks on the way. Like, even if you're in go mode, there's so many items right now that you would want to help. Even just a sword would help.
A sword, a moon pearl, a mirror,
or
medallions,
cane,
eventually,
mirror,
bed cane,
and medallions, and ice rod as well. You know, if you happen to stumble upon an ice rod, then the problem of Todorok kind of disappears. So we'll probably see him not totally go mode for a while, but we definitely have to start thinking about go mode.
He appears to have not noticed the hookshot because he's still picking up rupees.
Yeah, what a foolish decision. No, I mean, prdwong is a older glitch player, and I'm pretty sure he's familiar with hook pushing, but I'm definitely sure that his most comfort way of doing most things will be YBAs.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I don't think that he's the kind of player who's so deep in the hook pushing that he finds the hook shot and immediately thinks, oh, that's probably go mode.
Yeah. I would probably agree with that, especially stuck pushing. I'm not sure if he's as good at that. We saw a 3rd bottle for Magic Bat, which is great news for JD.
Yeah.
This one comes with 100 rupees as well.
Let's go! Check sick kid!
Oh no, did we forget? We might have done it after the flute.
Yeah, I might have missed it. Oh, don't stand that far left. Or that
yeah,
far
you
right.
wanna...
Okay, we got it.
I think it's fine if you've activated the statue.
Apparently JD already checked sick kid.
Okay. JD knows what they're doing and we don't.
That didn't look right from prdwong, but maybe it's just a sprite that I'm not used to.
SpeedGaming is a very special type of glitch player who uses random sprites. It's awful, and I hate it.
It sounds like something you would do.
You'd think that, but okay, it looks like it's fine. There's a lot of visual cues that you kind of learn with Link or like Link adjacent sprites, and then you find another sprite that's slightly off, and suddenly some glitches just become impossible.
Oh yeah, I always use Link sprites.
A lot of people.
But I also always use vanilla sound effects, so.
Oh, that's kind of silly of you.
We're not the same.
Yeah.
So prdwong
the statue drag.
Yeah.
We stored a statue dragging state, and we use that to kind of juke some transitions and unlock our camera and do some black magic, and then we end up in Helmslaw's room.
My understanding is that statue drag is in fact the only way to juke a north transition. North super
something along those lines, yeah. It doesn't like
a ton of life left.
Yeah.
30? Oh, we have silvers. Just
yeah, we have silvers and blue mail. Helmslaw's down.
Yeah. So JD, after doing the Hera swamp unlocking stuff, is back to finish up what they left behind in pod, and I believe that's where we'll find the hookshot.
And maybe silvers.
Yeah.
But yeah, the hookshot is a really big deal. JD will be very glad they didn't leave that behind. prdwong's saving and quitting, not going to Hookshot Cave. I'm not sure if this is because of a problem with like knowing the glitch or deciding to start go moding and doing dungeons.
Yeah, this could easily be either of those. It's fairly newly found, not super widely known, and not necessary if Turtle Rock is a pendant.
Yeah, the fact that there's two of them as well is really kind of a... If you're missing a rod, it tends to not be too bad, but it can still happen that both of the ice rods are awful.
Yeah.
We get our hookshot and our silvers. We're happy now.
Beautiful.
Unfortunately, JD has to come all the way back to fight Helmslaw. We might see Hookshot Cave from JD. With no fire rod, JD's not really thinking about go mode at the moment.
Yeah. Although, if Turtle Rock is a pendant,
yeah, it's the same.
Also in go mode.
Yeah, with bombers, they don't have to worry about Ice Palace.
Yeah, and with Hookshot, you don't need to worry about Moth.
Which is a very weird connection to make if you're not familiar with hook pushing, but...
Yeah, JD has the GT big key from somewhere. Back of Escape, I think.
Yeah. Back of Escape, I believe.
They're gonna also do the same statue drag glitch.
JD might be very happy about finding that GT big key, but it might be becoming a problem with the fire rod. But we obviously hope that it's not.
I'm just so anxious about Turtle Rock, but I guess that's sort of what No Logic is about.
Yeah, we have not much map info. They've collected some maps, but not had the ability to check them yet, because we haven't actually been in the Dark World a single time.
Apparently the map of TR was on Moldorm, so all of our prayers are answered.
That is good, but we still have to make it to the Dark World before we check that. prdwong might do that soon with a bunny citrus to go to Skull Woods, which is something that I would be thinking about right now. He's doing this bomb clip. I wonder if this is... Oh, he's getting the key right because he set up the steel. This is why we opened the door.
Oh, yeah.
And didn't come back.
What a gamer.
He's gonna come here, grab the key, and then this key will be his way of unlocking stuff in Swamp. I'm not sure if he flooded it before coming here, but if he did, he could just go beat Swamp right now.
I didn't see that, but that doesn't mean much.
JD was successful with the statue drag. Actually, yeah, I was gonna say, there's no way prdwong wants a death hold right now with blue mail and 100 hearts.
That does mean we're gonna have to delay our Dark World check by a little bit.
Yeah. Although we're going to Sank. I wonder if this is the flute activation, probably. And then maybe some potions.
Did prdwong get the powder? No, I think that was in Swamp. So we can't do...
Yeah. We can't get out
too
the
much
bottle.
here. Because sometimes you come here once you have, like, the flute and a bottle and powder to do the rest of the cack stuff.
Mhm.
But we can also just take this flute to 2 and buy some potions.
Or we can go to Ice Palace or Checkerboard Cave. Both still options. And prdwong is really not in need of the third bottle if he is familiar enough with stock pushing.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that's
probably
yet
even
to be
without
seen.
that, honestly.
Yeah, I would think that 2 is close to enough. We have 2 Nellians, which makes Maya a smaller potential problem.
Right.
I'm not sure. Oh, JD's just going this way to Beatles. So we're doing the quadrant
Oh, we're
glitch,
doing
the bumper version.
Yeah.
This is what we did before Mr. Buyer made everything better.
Yeah, Buyer found this and then like 2 days later found the much easier.
Yeah, we
much
all
faster
learned this version and then it became obsolete immediately. But yeah, this because we're doing a quadrant glitch that's going to affect our east-west transitions, and then when we take an east transition from the map chest remove pod, it happens that we end up in Hookshot Cave, which is great because Hookshot Cave has a lot of items, and it also takes us to Dark Death Mountain, again, still in the light world, the fake dark world state.
So one thing that I think is really funny is that in order to do all of this, we have to move one screen east without taking an east transition, which pod just lets you do because it's weirdly laid out.
Yeah, there's something similar in Swamp where you can't take like east-west transitions if you do the STC there from Desert, but you can go all the way to the Compass Chest without it. Oh,
Right.
JD didn't get it because the camera is still locked.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's good
I
to
don't
be
have
able
a
to
cue
find
for that.
out here before, instead of going all the way to the door and then not ending up in a fairy room instead of Hookshot Cave.
Right. Apparently we've accidentally slandered Chex, who is the one who brought Turtle Power to the masses.
Putting on lighting desert torches, it's very disappointing that you do what you have to sometimes.
Get your disdainful Donnies in chat.
Yeah. Silvers makes the fight so free there, so... The give pod. Oh, it is a pendant.
It's a pendant. Yeah, we
That's
didn't see this
useful
earlier because
invocations.
JD missed the YBA.
Yeah, JD failed the YBA. Maybe we'll be feeling good about that once JD finds out that it's a pendant, but
Right.
yeah, the way they do that might just be by coming back and doing the YBA again.
We have the Desert Palace big key, so they might just
Yeah.
walk there also. Instead of wasting precious rupees.
Yeah. I guess this is just the big chest, because I'm not really sure that, unless prdwong is planning on doing the double YBA, there's not much to do
Nope.
here.
Nobody's gonna double YBA for Tempered Sword, I don't think.
Oh, that double YBA. I was thinking of the one to Swamp.
Oh, that, yeah.
But, I mean, prdwong could just do Swamp entirely, well, relatively normally, so... I'd be
JD
surprised to see.
Sorry.
This room is such a problem, because if you do this like normally with the NMG Persian camera unlock, they all move like together, but when you come with the camera unlocked, the first guy moves because he comes on screen earlier, and
Yeah.
it just throws the entire room off.
It's awful, and JD found out the incredibly horrible damage table on green
Yeah.
mimics.
Yes,
They take
Do
like
not slash
16
those guys.
million fighter sword hits. So JD is in Hookshot Cave now. The screen is not scrolled right, but it will be in a second.
Yeah, we're still a little desynced from, well, we're a lot desynced because of the quadrant glitch. There's a lot of stuff not showing up on screen, and if he can't touch the enemies.
Not like it would be bad if he did, like it's not possible.
Yeah, it would be a problem because when they fall, they end up back here with the camera unscrolled again. But it's annoying.
If you unscroll your camera in the previous room, you fall and you land with the camera scrolled correctly. Alright, so we get a super bunny cave, and are we maybe checking a little bit in TR from here?
Yeah, I guess we'll see. We have the option of either going to Todoroki or GT, really. Those are the two big places you can go from Dark Death Mountain.
That's probably yeah, they don't have Kane, so GT is probably smarter if they've got potions on hand.
GT is also a very big time investment, so it's understandable.
It has a lot of stuff, though.
It is a lot of checks. Oh, some of which are dupable, although I'm not sure there's any real item that JD would need to dupe at this point.
Yeah, there's nothing that makes any sense to do.
Looks like prdwong doing Swamp. I still didn't see him in the dam, but I was trying to talk about quadrant glitches. Okay, he did go in the dam. Yeah, this YBA that JD is doing.
This is certainly an option. He has 9 bombs.
I think JD does it this way because it's practically impossible to drink the potion doing it this way. You fail it by going through the door instead. So it's like kind of annoying and slow if you do it a lot, but since you just buffer to the pixel right before you go through the door, you can't drink the potion early. Which you can do if you bomb snap and then try to move. And
yeah.
Ice almost, except they're not actually on ice anymore.
We get the heart container. Good job, JD. I approve.
And also the chests are invisible. The classic no logic staple of fighting water armors into opening 3 invisible items.
It is a staple. We got 1 compass, 1 heart piece, and 1 we don't know yet.
Yeah. Red boomerang for prdwong in the front of Swamp is a very useful tool with the hook pushing kit that he has right now.
I don't know if it's useful for prdwong personally.
That's a good point. There's his powder as well.
Yeah, that's actually also pretty useful even with the land.
Yeah. The boomerang allows us to kind of...
It was Moon Pearl!
No way, it was Moon Pearl? Oh my god. That's pretty big for JD, actually.
That's really good for JD.
Yeah. It's not... The Moon Pearl is surprisingly not very required for a lot, if anything, but it really speeds up doing a lot of things, and kind of, if you're doing YBA heavy stuff, it frequently subtracts 1 YBA from every dungeon you want to do.
Yeah, and it just makes it so you can combine things in the Dark World as well if you need to check Smiths and Hope Cave. What's it called? Hype Cave or whatever.
Yeah, it also just makes
getting to Turtle Rock a million times easier.
Yeah, that's a big one as well. It also just gives you access to a lot of checks that become too slow to do without a pearl, but very quick with the pearl. Unfortunately, no rod though yet. Hopefully that changes.
Just going full bore. Oh, there's the red cane.
Cane, that's pretty big. It is another set of hook pushing options available to prdwong, as well as being very useful on its own. Almost forgetting this chest.
There we go. That's definitely go mode.
That is, yes, for sure. That is go mode for prdwong if he knows enough hook pushing, but even probably without it.
It doesn't even matter with cane and 2 bottles. What else do you need?
Yeah, I would be surprised if he's not in go mode, regardless of the ability to hook push. That ice rod should be pretty easy for JD to get, but we still need eyes on the second fire rod.
Yeah, because Hyrule Castle does not feel super good at this point.
Yeah, I think especially if JD finds the ice rod and swamp, they're going to feel closer to going road and then not want to do escape.
Right. We still don't have a map check on TR, I don't think. Oh, our tracker Malmo has marked it a crystal, so maybe we did see that and I missed it.
I don't remember seeing prdwong in the Dark World.
There's the Tempered Sword, that's nice.
The Tempered Sword, very nice. That's probably one that prdwong is not going to get. I would be surprised, in fact, to see him in GT at all in this seed.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to be in the Agatu Super Tile for at least a minute. Excellent Rupee Cow. Nope, never mind. We ruined it.
Oh no. We got a Swamp Binky on August. Very good. One of the things that JD might be waiting for regarding escape is the mirror.
Yeah, mirror makes it easy to combine with Pyramid Fairy, and then it's a lot more tempting.
Otherwise, there is kind of a lot of dungeons available to JD. In fact, even Skullwoods is available to JD with hook pushing. And I'm pretty confident in JD's ability to hook push. Okay, so now prdwong has fluted to Ice Palace. This might not look like Ice Palace, but it is. Okay, lamping means that we're going to be hook pushing probably to right side GT. The reason the lamp is so good is because using it sets a value that we need to be. It sets a variable to be a certain value or a certain range of values that we need. And not a lot of items other than the lamp do that. I don't know. I'm thinking about things. Not sure what's going on.
Had an IRL mirror door, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. JD saving, quitting. Interesting. Maybe not feeling confident in the bomb jump for the torches.
It's pretty miserable.
It is, yeah. We'll see what's next there.
Push south.
This might be Skullwoods. At least I would hope that it's Skullwoods. Skullwoods has been very available to both of them for a while.
This is not the fastest way to Skullwoods with hammer, glove, and flute.
And Pearl, yeah, I forgot that.
And Pearl.
JD found Pearl.
But it's Swamp anyway, which is actually pretty good for JD.
Yeah, that's true. Although JD didn't do the dam. Unless JD did the dam before GT, which... Oh no, JD came... No, JD could have, because JD still hasn't done an overworld transition.
Oh, JD hasn't killed Moldorm, that's true.
That's also an important thing to do. Okay, prdwong is back. Mirror door resolved. Opening the useless door. Dodging the harmless key.
Carefully avoiding that one. There wasn't really much in... Well, that's not true. There was Moon Pearl and Ganon's Tower. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Moon Pearl and Sword was kind of it.
Sword is nice to have, but probably not worth the time you spent in there. But Moon Pearl would be.
No one ever turns down a Tempered Sword.
Oh no, it's great, but you know.
Oh, and Half Magic was in GT, which is not, again, it's not super great, but another thing, you're not going to turn it down.
Oh yeah, yeah, sure, forgot about that. prdwong taking a short break from major glitches to do a medium glitch.
Yes, very minor glitch.
No, it's not minor. Okay. So there's a very good clear map check for us.
Yes. It doesn't give us any new info, I think. Well, it doesn't give us the last pendant unless I missed it.
No, it did not.
But I think it told us that Todoroki is a crystal.
Right.
Which is kind of the big deal for JD. Because we don't need a lot of things for most checks, but we do need those rods for Trinex.
Not getting the mirror shield. Oh my gosh. How are you going to get through Laser Bridge?
Little hook push to the chests.
That's a really good
Skip
idea.
the lasers. But I'm doing some checks in ice. Not a lot of magic. It has bombers, so it's fine, but I guess looking for a sword is probably the main reason. Fire Rod is in Escape in Zelda's cell. JD has not been to Escape at all.
Yeah, we were kind of expecting JD to get it early, but then they found a different cave state big key.
Mm-hmm. And with Thieves Town being a pendant, we're not in a huge rush to go to Uncle as well. A lot of things adding up to JD probably never doing Escape.
Yeah. Unless
so
the
really
other Fire
hoping,
Rod is like on Trinex or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it
we're
just
really
becomes a
hoping
2
that
hour
it's
seed.
easy to find, so that
Yeah.
otherwise JD is going to be in for a very long rod hunt.
Unless you like or have it out for him. If you want JD to lose really badly, then
I would never do that.
well, not you. You know, just like
Well,
in general,
yeah.
abstractly.
Yes.
His art.
Hopefully no one like that is there, but maybe prdwong is wishing that.
possibly, yeah. Farming bombs.
Only beams? Just generally stocking up to stock push? Or...
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we saw someone else want beams for that hook push recently, but it's very doable without the beams.
You can do it with anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very short distance.
Beams don't even do anything. JD doesn't have Samaria.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Or a boomerang.
Right. Kingdom Samaria and the boomerang are both very important, relevant.
Yeah, obvious ways of getting to Mothula.
Yeah, very important.
We have had a number of seeds already with people finding boomerang go mode.
Yeah.
It's a surprisingly useful tool regarding some hook pushing, but we haven't actually seen a hook push yet, even though they've had hookshot and lamp for so long.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking again. He has no pearl, so this is a bit of a... He only really can do Skullwards here.
You could do...
Oh, that's right. JD hook pushed to Tar Room and then didn't do any checks.
That one doesn't count.
Okay, I just fake fluting for prdwong. I wonder if this is to Skullwards or if it's to Hype Cave or some other checks. Because he's
this
definitely
could be a TR play.
TR is a possibility, yeah. We do have Kane and Big Key. At least prdwong does.
Where was Big Key? Do you remember?
I do not remember. But I would guess in Swamp, probably. Or Ice.
Wow, prdwong just no fear.
Yeah, that was close. prdwong is Super Bunny right now. That's a side effect of the fake flute. And then, yeah, God. Getting hit would lose the Super Bunny state, and prdwong needs the Super Bunny state to pull the tree and get Link state.
Where's he going?
Although, yeah, I think
Lumberjack DMA.
Yeah, this is confusing. Maybe taking the scenic route to Hype Cave, check mine. I would think that fluting to 7 is quicker and also safer, but maybe he's just familiar with 3, goes to 3. Oh, JD is no keys. We're pushing past this key door.
You can do it. Let's go, JD.
It's doable, yeah. It's difficult because of not having a boomerang.
That's fine. You just
I think
stuck
you
a push
can-
on this thing and then unleash it up at the top.
Yeah,
Right?
you need to shoot arrows into
You
something.
gotta
and-
stand farther back than that, though. Yeah.
Nice, okay. We did it. But then JD is gonna have to either bomb jump torches or stock push again, but we don't have enough bombs for another stock push.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, they didn't hear the hookshot unfurling.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's
not good.
quite unfortunate, yeah.
Pirates Quake, oh no.
Maya being Quake puts an interesting spin on the seed.
It means that prdwong. So that's not a big problem. We have the tools to both kill Vitreous and get the prize via dungeon ID swapping, but nobody really wants to do that. So if prdwong go modes the rest of the seed and JD searches for Quake for a while, or like happens upon it in the search for the fire rod, that could be pretty good differentiator, but I don't know.
And the dungeon ID swapping is still difficult, but infinitely easier with hook pushing, and I'm still not sure if prdwong is confident enough with hook pushing. But I would think with the lamp and the game that he should be able to.
Maybe he's just trying to show us whippersnappers that you don't need no fancy hook pushes to win seeds.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he feels bad for all the people who didn't get to hook push. This is a
solidarity.
A protest, yeah. A stand of solidarity. Well, he hasn't really done anything that has needed a hook push yet, so we don't really know. But... Okay, JD going somewhere. Damn for Swamp, I guess.
prdwong is doing a lot of checks for someone who's at go mode.
Yeah, this is not the play of someone who's in go mode, I think. I'm not sure if it's because of hook pushing or just not thinking about it with only 2 bottles. Only 2 bottles is a weird way of putting it, but with some of the dungeon ID swapping that he might have to do, you really want a lot of bottles for those. And
do we know all the pendants? Oh, I think Palmo just said 50-50
yeah,
pendant.
we have Easton or Meyer as the last pendant.
Classic.
Easton is not devoid of problems for finishing it, but it's quite a lot simpler. I'm pretty confident that everyone knows the delete.
It is very hook pushable, and also it is deletable.
Every dungeon is quite hook pushable, but Easton is one of the most very hook pushables.
Yeah, you hook push from the first room to the last room. It's great.
Okay, JD finishing the swamp play will get their ice rod, which is good news.
And red cane.
And the red cane, which is also good news. Probably better news. JD also has 20 bombs, which is useful. We've seen
bomb clipping.
Yeah, I know. The bomb clip is
it's so much
cursed,
harder.
But even when it's not cursed, it just is so much harder than the dash citrus. But I mean, once you learn one way of clipping, you very frequently don't need to work on a different way. You just do whatever works. Yeah, if prdwong is not in go mode, I'm not sure what he would be looking for. Maybe Pearl is something that he wants, but I really wouldn't think that he would need it. I guess really a 3rd bottle would be the big thing. But even then, I wouldn't think that he needs it.
Honestly, the most useful item right now might be, well, I guess Quake
would be the biggest
Eastern
thing.
Big Key.
Yeah.
If he doesn't know the hook.
Oh wait, can he? If he can't hook push, can he kill Vitreous? How would he do that?
From Desert?
Yeah, from Desert is an option. That's true.
Desert big, I think. So yeah, that should be fine.
Yes, you're right about that. The unfortunate thing about what prdwong has been doing is that I don't believe he's found the second fire rod, which means that when JD is clearing these dungeons, he's not going to find his first fire rod.
Maybe it's in Left Side Swamp.
Oh no. Is it? We're not going to see Left Side Swamp. We are going to see Escape before Left Side Swamp.
No way. We're doing it right now.
We are we? I guess JD is quite low on items. He doesn't know that he's about to get a lot of items, but... And by a lot of items, I mean 1.
2!
But that... 2. Only one of them is really, really important. And that's the Todoroki.
I don't know which one you mean.
Yeah, no. They're both pretty good. But Todoroki is only really useful for one thing, and...
No, it's Ice Rod and Red Cane are back here.
Ice Rod. I totally forgot about the Ice Rod.
Yeah.
The Ice Rod is not immediately very useful, is the problem.
No, but it
the
is
cane,
required.
The cane definitely is very immediately useful. Yeah, JD got the red
Oh my
room.
god, prdwong, look what he's doing!
Yeah, this is like... if you have children, cover their eyes. They cannot watch this. This is really...
Was that jingling
really...
from you covering Mishka's eyes?
Yes, she ran away. She can't take this anymore.
Smart cat.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a very old way... When more useful ways of clipping were found. And I mean, there's not really a very good way to clip right now because he's a bunny, but this is something that a lot of clips had to be done this way. 1-frame clips.
That's a great way to clip. You get overworld conveyor state,
yes.
And you get that to do all the work for you.
I think prdwong is too old a random player for that.
This is a play to Turtle Rock Laser Bridge.
Yes.
Well, maybe not Laser Bridge. Maybe the.
I don't think prdwong can go to Laser Bridge.
Oh yeah. But
so, he has Cane and the big key, so going to the middle is totally fine.
Yeah.
He managed to do the clip, which is actually like quite difficult.
Yeah, it's actually funny because...
Oh, he's doing this as well. I can't.
This is nonsense. Okay. It's funny because the hard part of that clip for me, you do 8 1-frame buffers. Okay, whatever. Select buffering is overpowered. But then you have to know bunny cues in the dark world or the exact pixel to move to get the teleport.
Yeah. But he's just this much of a gamer, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one especially, you can kind of jump off the top ledge and you end up in a place to jump down into the middle. You don't have to do this 1-frame clipping stuff.
You'd have to know how, though.
Yeah, not everyone knows how to do that.
Well, we go again.
Oh, failing the clips right at the very end is just awful.
I don't
doing this many
know
clips.
Yeah, I don't even know how to do this.
It starts getting really uncomfortable on your hands, depending on how you do it.
Yeah. But this isn't like a teleport pixel. This is one where you're clipping just straight through the collision. I don't even know the inputs to do this with this way.
I think you just clip it enough and then eventually you can jump down, but I have never done this in my life, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, let's just make something up and present it as fact.
That's how you do it.
There we go. Nice work, prdwong.
And now we get to die with 10 hearts, which is very fun. Hype came from JD. These are checks that prdwong might struggle doing quickly because of the pearl.
There's no way prdwong is doing these, right?
Yeah.
Mire map, that's
I would have said that about... Yeah, Mire map should be the last piece of info for JD. This should tell JD all of the pendants.
We just get a map check immediately, right?
No, prdwong did not open the big chest first, did he? I can't believe this. But yeah, Mire was a pendant. So that's kind of good news for prdwong, but he doesn't know it yet. And JD...
Yeah.
Thinking, maybe continuing on.
Oh
my god, Quake! Okay, that's kind of funny. He's probably gonna do Maya, probably. Wow. The way to get to Maya would be through Eastern, so... He probably does Eastern first, but...
Yeah. Well... But how?
How what?
So I'm assuming that he doesn't know enough hook pushes to do stuff like that, or else he wouldn't be doing these things. So how's he doing Eastern?
to delete the big door.
Oh, you think he goes and deletes the door? Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
JD is coming here to Eastern, but doesn't have beams and doesn't have fire rod, which are kind of the two things you would want for the first room of Eastern hook push.
Clearly, we're gonna see a spin duration. No, never mind.
No one will do that, probably. I think prdwong is death warping here to set up a save. We might see him attempt the double YVA to try next.
prdwong is death warping because he left and reloaded the dungeon and was a bunny.
Oh, he was still a bunny. Yeah. Wait, really? But he death warped already. He should be in the light warp.
No, he left. Oh yeah, this is fake dark. Yeah, okay, I don't know.
But yeah, this is why he had to come here without a fake flute or anything, because he needs the 2 potions for... Wait, no, he has a cannon and the big key. I'm a liar. I don't know why he death warped. I don't know anything.
Just wanted hearts.
Yeah.
Master Sword Trinex is kind of annoying.
It is very annoying. Anyway, JD found mids, which is not really great. Especially with the knowledge of my being dependent, but it's useful for getting into ice.
Are we getting an OA hook push? Nope, what are we doing? Are we getting a quadrant glitch?
We're leaving. We're gonna hook push now, but JD will probably...
Oh, okay, this works.
Or drink a potion maybe for beams. Beams are useful because they set incredibly long durations for the movement we get from this hook push.
Right.
JD's kind of doing this below the pot, which is making it more difficult. JD really wants all of the beams from the Smari block explosion to stay on screen for a while. Goodbye. We won't miss you.
prdwong took Trinex down, no trouble.
Yeah. Nice monster soft on it. This is there's no...
JD, move over like 2 pixels. Oh my gosh.
Downside at all to... I think you just do it this way because you learn it by coming in the room and you're in the... Okay, we got rid of it. This is free now. We have 10 extra seconds to place this block down. This block is invisible, almost. It's misslotted, which is kind of a complicated thing to concisely explain, but the side effect of having this block in this manner is that when we hookshot the pot, the game is going to start reading from the wrong slot in memory to figure out how to pull Link to the hookshot. Oh no, we beamed. We got rid of the...
Well, the hook push didn't work. I'm not sure what...
I think JD was just select buffering too late and
maybe
hitting an empty slot. Because I didn't think any of those steps went on. So JD's gonna set up again. JD wants to select right as... Oh, prdwong is doing the same with push. They're fighting. prdwong is below the pot as well. Okay, JD select buffered as the hookshot hit the pot, and that kind of causes when the game kind of decrements what slot it's looking at every frame, and we are passing over some slots that have undesirable values. Select buffering gets rid of that because it buffers over those frames when it's not moving.
I understand what you mean, but I don't know how convincing that was to somebody who doesn't already know everything.
I can't explain how that worked without dedicating like 10 minutes to it, which no one wants me to do, especially not me.
I want you to do it. I can go make myself another snack while you do it, and then I don't have to do any work.
Yeah, my cat is in the background. I'm sorry about that.
Maybe Mishka can explain it.
She doesn't know anything. She knows even less than I do.
prdwong grabbed the book. Did JD not go that far into the dungeon?
No, I think...
Where they stopped?
I think JD just did the map chest and then came back. I wonder if JD was... Okay, yeah, we're seeing the door delete from prdwong.
That's funny.
We talked to the door, which is...
Tries to hook push and then just gives up.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of indicates to me that he's not very comfortable with pushing. But yeah, what prdwong is doing is going to... This is a very confusing version of a summary transition corruption, which it's the first summary transition corruption I believe I've seen, but the fact that we did it going west does some things differently to other summary transition corruptions, and one of the side effects is because we talk to the door, we don't have to wait 18 minutes and the door opens. And yeah, JD is back in Skullwoods with the key this time, but grab the extra one. I guess not thinking about it. prdwong didn't bother setting up a death walk, which I think with this much health is probably fine. I just fluted back. The problem with what he did to delete the door, despawns all the sprites, so he can't really continue on in the dungeon, and even if he could, there would be no boss at the end of it.
So prdwong's gonna have to go all the way through Eastern again. He can get another book if he's really bored out of fresh reading material.
The glitch that he did close that chest because it wrote a flag to the room in that direction.
It actually wrote a bunch of flags. That's just the only interesting one.
Yeah, exactly. He's spending so much more time in Eastern than JD did there, which is really one of the benefits of hook pushing in terms of, aside from just letting you do more things, it speeds up almost literally everything.
It's the fastest
so
way to
fast.
do everything. It's ridiculous.
It's a really crazy powerful glitch, which is kind of balanced by needing a lot of items to do it, but we happen to get every single one of those items.
It's a really good combination of balance because you need several items to do it, but it's not like if you find all of them, you just... because it's a bunch of different combinations of items all together in cool ways.
Yeah, and if you're finding these items before you're in go mode, it means you don't have a rod, like JD.
Right.
Or a sword. But yeah, when you get to a push a lot, you feel powerful. It's because you are. You are
it's an
way too powerful for the entire game. Except for Trinex. And sometimes Gimlin.
Yeah. Alright, so prdwong gets the good news that this is a crystal. Although I guess it's not that good of news since he has Quake. It's actually kind of bad news for him, but it's not going to matter. He's, I think...
That's his 7th crystal if the tracker is to be believed.
Okay, yeah, he's very far ahead then.
Yeah. Which means that the only thing he has to do is kill Aga2 and then Ganon. And Aga2 is far less of a trip than it would be in non-glitch render. We have so many ways to get to Aga2, most of them from Turtle Rock. It's a little...
We're going to see another one-frame Turtle Rock climb.
I think with this blue potion purchase, we're not going to see that. I think that's for a fake flute.
Do you think we're going to see a new quadrant glitch?
I don't think we're going to see that. Where we might see
my God,
Quake on Death Mountain. Yeah, really getting rid of these dead rocks. There's a lot.
Again, there's more over here. Get rid of these ones too.
They're not in his way. These ones
yeah, but they deserve it.
They'll be in his way later, yeah. There's a lot of ways from Turtle Rock, and they require usually very few items. We have Cane, which is enough. Meanwhile, JD going to ice. There's no fire rod in here, at least in the checks that prdwong did. Maybe we'll find one in Ice-T.
Oh god. What? Yeah, maybe.
Ice rod is not... I mean, Ice-T is not a check you want to do, but... JD has done quite a few dungeons at this point and still hasn't found a fire rod.
prdwong is not merely in go mode. prdwong is done.
Yes, prdwong will be finished within... hopefully not too many minutes.
Like 4 minutes or something.
Yeah. Okay, taking a wider path around this guard this time.
I appreciate it, thank you.
He's matured from his more reckless days.
So he just get a... The Super Bunny gets you a Link State, then you grab onto a tree. Sorry. The blue potion YBA fake flute gives you Super Bunny State. You can carry that Super Bunny State to a tree and pull the tree. and that gives you a full link state, and you can use that link state to get to TR. You don't need the link state to get to TR, as prdwong showed us earlier, but it's a lot easier and faster.
Yeah.
You do have to know how to get down, though, but he'll find it eventually.
Yeah, it's
He's
very
trying to
different.
do the light world version.
Yeah, in the light world, it's quite different. In the dark world, you just have to hold down like that.
There we go.
But yeah, it's quite a lot easier than the one frame clipping he was doing earlier.
Yeah.
Probably quicker because it's very slow.
It
There's
depends
some
on how fast your one frames are,
Yes.
but yeah. For me, it would be definitely quicker.
There are some quicker ways here that he could have done, but I think he's not comfortable with some of the glitches.
Yeah, the overworld conveyor, I've been memeing about it a little, but it is a much faster way to get to this particular destination.
Yeah.
But, you know, as I've said a couple times now, there's so much to learn. You can't know all of it.
And there's so many paths to the same destination, usually.
Yeah.
There's no
Damn
glitch
doesn't
that
know every
you're...
trick.
Yeah, there's a surprising amount of glitches that I don't know. Like most of them, I'm just pretending. I don't want to realize it yet.
We're still waiting for you to defend your thesis on Miss Lottie.
Oh, no. You can stop waiting. It's alright. Yeah, here's the lava dive from prdwong. He does the YBA method because he's old. That's the only reason. He could have done the king one, it's way quicker, but this is the one that has been around for longer, and I'm sure it's the one that he's done more often, so... They both lead to Agatu, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, Carlo points out it's definitely always unclear which what set of items a runner thinks of as go mode. I don't think we've seen a single seed in this tournament where the runner identified go mode at the same moment that chat did.
Yeah, although I mean, prdwong I don't think ended up finding anything else super useful after we were wondering why he was doing extra checks, but it could have just been that he did like full cleared some dungeons that are relatively easy, hoping to find something like a bottle or a pearl, and then when that didn't turn up.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, you don't know if the runner's sitting there going, well, I'm in go mode to not give myself the out of finding pearl, or if they're like genuinely not sure if they can finish.
Yeah, for sure. And we saw that he tried the hook push in Easton and wasn't able to get it, so he was probably somewhat worried about needing to hook push some things, but finding that Maya was a pennant was good news for him, because Maya was going to be a bit of a problem, even though he found it quick.
Right, he would have had to go from Thieves Town or something. Or just, no, it would have been fine. He would have just done the Aga Tower stuff. Anyway, it's not what happened.
Yeah. Oh no.
Is this Star Fox?
This is... I know this exact track, but I can't name it.
I'm very bad at placing video.
For some reason, he doesn't have Pearl. This is a slight problem for prdwong. What he's gonna have to do is probably fake flute to get a link state in the dark world again.
No way. We're doing back of escape juke. We're even faster than Tojo.
I don't think that's possible. I don't even think it's possible to do it as fast as Tojo does.
I don't think so either.
But yeah, there's a number of ways to get back to the screen with a link state, but it's not as simple as just existing on the screen because we don't have the power. Well, prdwong doesn't.
Right. He could juke. He could do a... Looks like he's going to do a fake flute thing.
Yeah.
He could also do a hook push.
Fake flute is by far the simplest, but probably the slowest.
Yeah.
But it's a lot slower to try to do a glitch like fake flute than to try to do things you're not familiar with.
Yeah. What's the worst way he could get there?
One frame clipping to Bumper Cave and then getting the link state on the tree.
That's a great answer.
Alternatively, we can go to GT and climb it, and I think the room will warp you to the pyramid.
That is correct. Yeah, that's up there. I don't think any of them can compare to the unbunny beam tech that you have to do in low AD.
Oh yeah, that's a good one as well. I wonder if we'll see any of these options. It looks like we're not. Yeah, 7, fluting to 7 is very convenient because there's a statue over here. He's kind of taking a... You want to take the shortest path to minimize... Oh, that bomb was close. You want to minimize any possible chance of getting hit, yeah. Well, he got to the statue before getting hit.
He also... Did he buy backup potions while he was at the potion shop?
I think so.
Hope so. Nice light world pegs.
Yes.
Someone should fire the decorator of this screen.
Yes, the aesthetics are all off. This doesn't match the theme at all.
I know.
Yeah, because he fluted to a light world screen, which is what happens when you use a flute. You end up on a light world screen that kind of messes with the tile set.
JD is going to go to Turtle Rock and get some bad news about the location of the fire rod.
Yeah.
Insofar as it's not in Turtle Rock.
Yes.
Where do you think the other one is? Could be top of GT, could be right side GT.
Well, there's checks in TR that prdwong didn't do, but not many of them.
Right, true. Could be anywhere in Meyer, basically.
Yeah, anywhere in Meyer. Left side small. I didn't say that.
Right.
There's a bunch of awful one-off checks that no one is ever going to want to do in no logic.
I think you go to Meyer after this, maybe.
Meyer is almost definitely the highest density. And JD will get the Quake as well, so it'll be simple for him then.
Yeah. I actually don't hate doing the back of escape juke to check pyramid. No, that doesn't let you check pyramid fairy, never mind. I do hate it. Change my mind.
Well, JD can just go to any Dark World portal.
But I was thinking of ways to combine it with escape that would let him get the fire rod we know about.
I see, yes.
But there isn't any.
That's true. Yeah, escape is a very difficult call for JD to make until they get the mirror. And we have no idea where the mirror is.
Yes.
Possibly nowhere.
Yeah, you can beat Aga too.
Ooh, prdwong has to be a little careful with magic, because it's not super easy to do this fight with not much magic and Master Sword.
Well, oh, I thought that was going to be a triple.
He probably has a potion. Yeah, okay. He's fine.
Yeah, so Chad has already answered this mostly, but the thing about beating Aga 2 before you have all 7 crystals is that you... Not only is it nice to get dropped off in front of Ganon, it's so nice to get dropped off in front of Ganon as Link.
Yes.
As prdwong showed off, that's not easy to recreate.
Yes. He has killed Ganon successfully though, so get your GGs in chat for prdwong.
GGs to PRD. Finishing with an SRL time of 1:32:33. You do not have permission to chat during the race. We'll see if prdwong wants to join us. JD historically has been finishing out all of his seeds, regardless of their opponent's finish time, so I expect to see them finish.
Mm-hmm. And this will be, unfortunately, JD's last race in the tournament, because this was game 2, prdwong won game 1. So prdwong will be the winner of this match and end up moving to the next round.
Yeah, let me check if we know their opponent.
Yeah, JD is getting quite a lot better very quickly. It's quite scary.
GG.
Yeah, we are joined by prdwong. GG.
I don't know how to fight Ganon.
That's okay.
Yeah. We've seen a few people not know how to fight Ganon. It's something that happens, especially in a seed where you've had Master Sword the whole time. Yeah, what are some of your initial thoughts about the seed?
I don't know, like, it seemed pretty nice. Obviously, I thought JD had an advantage because I failed my hook push on Eastern, so I thought he probably would have gone there earlier and done it really quickly or something.
Yeah, we were speculating very, very early on about the possibility of you being in go mode, and it seemed that maybe you weren't super comfortable with the idea of doing some of the hook pushes, and not knowing about dungeons like Maya was probably also a concern.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly how it played out. Like when I found Samaria, then I felt a little better, but obviously I haven't practiced hook push in a long time, so I gave it a couple tries in the front of Eastern, and I think I was just not getting the timing right, and so I just did it the regular way.
Your beams were hitting the pot, so your timing had to be super tight.
My
think.
beams were hit. No, I was just trying to get the slot 9 Samaria
Yeah,
first.
the Samaria
Yeah, your
beams.
Samaria beams.
If you move slightly
Oh,
to the
really?
right, then they go up further. Yeah.
Oh, the one going up, you mean?
Yeah.
Maybe, I guess. Okay.
But yeah,
I didn't want to
JD's problem.
debug it in the moment.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. When you have another way, it's totally reasonable. JD's problem was not the hook pushing. JD found the GT key in the back of escape very early on, and with the cave state key, never went to do front of escape, and is still looking for a fire rod.
Ooh.
Yeah. We haven't seen the other one turn up at all.
Yeah, JD's big advantage over you was that they found the Moon Pearl in GT a long time ago, but that wasn't enough to make up for not finding Go mode, obviously.
And swords. Less of a deal than the Pearl, but
Yeah, the Tempered Sword. We've had Tempered Sword for quite a while, but
I mean, after getting Hammer, GT is definitely an attractive play, and I kept thinking about it, but then I was like, oh, let me just do a dungeon first, and then let me do another dungeon.
right.
Are you seeing this? The face reflector
Oh
slipping again.
no.
That is really bad news for JD, actually, because the mirror is like the one item that would take you to escape.
We're going to top of GT.
Yep.
We have learned our lesson about Samaria beams hitting pot.
Go us. Yeah, Ultra Cave is pretty useful for going to a bunch of different places in GT.
Yeah, it's surrounded by GT on all sides, actually. Well, maybe not to the left, I don't know. But on the north, east, and south.
Yeah, this push will take JD to the top of GT.
They're pretty low. Okay.
Yeah, this is fine. You go either low or high. The camera might be a bit of a problem, but JD will probably go to Helmazorn first. And
Yeah,
fix
they've
the
snapped
camera.
it, it's fine. I think.
I was upset in the beginning when there was nothing in Thieves Town.
Oh yeah, the Thieves Town play very early was perhaps just an extension of going to escape,
Yeah,
having a
I was-
potion.
I was in the area, and I had everything, so I said, let's just see what's here, and there was nothing. Saha didn't even give me anything.
Yeah, you seemed a little displeased about that. Yeah, that's kind of another problem for JD though, in not going to escape, with Thieves Town being abandoned. But yeah, the rest of the early game though was kind of loaded. You found so much stuff early on.
Well, yep.
Yeah.
2 bottles, which is still good, but JD has found all 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we've only ever found one fire rod and one ice rod, I think.
Yeah, the rods.
Rods
Not
are
super easy to
shy
find.
today.
Yeah. And JD is really rapidly running out of good sets of checks. Meyer is kind of the only one
It's got to be
remaining.
Meyer, right? Do you think this is a super hop? No, that's done with the screen scroll. Is
JD
it
has...
Spike Cave? Ugh.
We're going back to GT, I guess. That makes sense too.
Sure,
Clearing
it's 5
it
checks.
out the rest
they
of it, yeah.
abandoned.
I think Ice Rod was also the last item that I was looking for to really put me in go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, I kept looking for items, but yeah.
Yeah, you both got quite a few maps, but never had the ability to check them because you had no reason to ever be in the Dark World.
Oh yeah, I made that trip especially to check the maps.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, well, maybe Turtle Rock could be the last pendant, and then I'd be technically in go mode.
Yeah.
But
We were hoping a little bit for Turtle Rock to be a pendant so that the situation with JD needing to find the fire rod didn't happen, but
no.
JD, do you not know the secret?
the secret is hook push.
That is the better secret. Okay, are we going?
The wrong door.
Or not? Well, that explains why they were so reluctant to do this earlier. The timing on
Yeah.
doing this from this door is so tight. Okay, we
Yeah.
remembered.
Potentially impossible from that door. It's very difficult.
It's possible. I've done it, but it's terrible.
Hmm. But yeah, with winning this race, you move on to the next round of the Neurologic Tournament. How are you feeling about the tournament so far?
I can't wait to play against you.
Oh no. I wouldn't count on it. My plan is to lose.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just treating this tournament for fun, and it's a lot more enjoyable that way, actually.
Yeah, it's quite special because this is the first Neurologic Tournament ever. So a lot of people are getting the opportunity to kind of show off and have some fun, which is pretty cool.
JD is actually going to stuck push after setting everything up.
JD figured
That's
out the
way too
secret.
slow.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to the bomb jump.
Did anybody do any calculations on which way was faster into Perilous Turtle Rock?
We had some thoughts about your way into Turtle Rock.
My thought is that you should learn Overworld Conveyor.
That was one of the prevailing thoughts, yes. It was impressive to see you pull off the one-frame clips, but it was also a surprise because we were definitely not expecting it.
Yeah.
Overworld Conveyor just sounds so hard.
It's not really.
Yeah, getting the conveyor is not difficult. Sometimes getting into laser bridges, but
Yeah, if you're just going to middle of TR, it's nothing.
yeah, you also had.
Okay, we're gonna do it. We have to be doing escape after this, right?
This does look like escape adjacent, which is very good news for JD.
It's bad news for us because we're never gonna learn where the second rods were.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They're not even
Choosing
climbing.
not to do the second, that might just be not wanting to death warp, or maybe not realizing that, maybe not even wanting to use a key. I'm not sure.
They should do the double North Samaria YBA to Circle of Pots and use that key to open
Go
that door
backwards.
so that they can
Yeah.
kill Vitreous from Agate Tower.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds great.
I agree. The classic 1 hour, 43-minute uncle check.
Yes. Everyone knows you're not allowed to check on call before 100 minutes have passed.
Right.
JD really wanted the mirror for this, so it's... And JD doesn't even know where the mirror is.
128, wow. Pretty low.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of made an effort this time around to try to be a little bit more aggressive in the go mode.
You skip things like GT, which is where a lot of items are. Some checks in Ice Palace, I think.
Yeah, like iced tea.
Nobody has touched... You actually did most of Ice Palace, but obviously not the worst stuff. And nobody has touched Mire at all, I don't think.
Yeah. Both of you got Quake so late, so going to the front door is not an option.
And you didn't have big key to make it appealing from Eastern.
Yeah, we were actually wondering if you weren't able to hook push, how you were going to handle Vitreous. It might have been a little challenging. But I guess you maybe never
I
needed to think about
I
that.
would have opened it from Eastern, so I brought a potion to Eastern. I would have gone to Mire and then gone out the exit, opened up Mire, and then I would have one-framed into Mire and brought 2 bottles with me to get to Vitreous.
Makes sense.
That was what I was mentally preparing myself for, and then I almost dropped the crystal, so I was done.
Yeah. Alright, there we go.
Yeah, that's JD's fire round. That should be go mode for them. Just has to kill Trinex, which is not that much, but they've spent a very, very long time looking for that fire rod.
Yeah, this was a really unfortunate sequence of events for JD. It sucks when there's something in Hyrule Castle, because you basically just go there whenever you get tired of waiting for a Cave State Big Key to show up, or whenever you find the mirror. And JD just found a Cave State Big Key. I would not be at all surprised if they were planning on going to Hyrule Castle the next thing after that check.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Just got totally derailed, and then never lucked into finding the second one.
Yeah, the second one is just somewhere awful at this point that we're never going to see.
Yeah, Mire was, I guess, the most likely, but could be in any sort of bad place. Could be on Smith Chain or something.
I feel kind of bad for saying this, but I don't think we've seen the pyramid item.
No.
That would be
Wait,
very
the pyramid ledge item? Oh
Yes.
my god, I think you're right.
Which would be a really tragic place for the fire rod, but it's
That
also
would be
just...
hilarious.
It's a very kind of... So even if you combine it with Pyramid Fairy, it's still kind of out of the way for 3 checks. Which is not
but
great.
it would have been a good opportunity to Tam Swam.
That is true.
We didn't get any Tam tech. We didn't get a Tam Slam. We didn't get a Tam Swam.
Yeah. Oh well. It's excusable that no blockbusting was done because we didn't find the mirror.
Yeah, the seed was a Tam scam.
Yes. Thank you, Fox.
You're welcome. I don't know this setup. People have been doing this laser bridge clip with setups that I don't understand and look like they rely on walking to and they look much harder than the thing that I learned.
I'm not a huge fan of that clip, but with enough practice, you just get good enough at it.
I'm pretty sure all the steps and the way I do it are normalized, which is really nice.
Interesting.
Except I'm actually really bad at getting the spin speed to hop up the little diagonal. I always jump off like JD did there. Oh, JD never found the
Well,
turtle
yeah.
big key.
I guess we didn't know where that was. We thought it was in the swamp, but I guess not.
JD placing that block to make sure as little of it as possible is on solid ground.
Oh no, the beam. I always see people do this push and put the block on the platform last. I'm not really sure why.
I see that too. I don't know. It makes it so much scarier. What if you miss your dash dust timing?
Yeah. I mean, it's faster if you're just coming from the right and doing it all going left, but once you've messed it up, just put the block down. Oh, that's fine. It just made it invisible. That block likes going invisible way too much.
Yeah, especially on this this particular screen is weird about that. Oh,
no.
that's the risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, JT has the option of doing a OA hook push, but maybe, I don't know, maybe doesn't trust the setup with Red Boom or something.
Wow, I can't believe that one respawned the platform. But yeah, there's one of the difficult parts about hook pushing is that once you've mislotted your block, there's a lot of things that despawn it. And sometimes it's just invisible, and you don't know the difference between it being invisible or despawned.
You gotta have faith.
Yes. I think JD is fine.
Alright, I think we got it.
Yes, JD's gonna have to carry this block because... Select buffering? Interesting.
Sure.
JD could just take this all the way to the end for a safe version of this.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna work though, assuming
Yeah.
we get... Yeah, we're good.
Successful push.
Have you ever done that hook push, or done a hook push in that room facing up and then unlocked your door on the way up and then realized you had the big key the whole time?
I have actually.
Yeah, so...
I did in one of the SpeedGaming daily races, I did like a push that just went to the platform and opened the door, but I did it with the setup that used the cane, so it was explicitly just to do a glitch.
That's fun. There is a no logic daily tomorrow at 6 p.m. my time, which is 9 p.m. Eastern.
As well
If
as
interested.
quite a lot of other races from this tournament happening.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of races tomorrow. If you enjoyed watching this race,
If you enjoyed the gameplay but not us on the mic, there will be different commentators
Yes.
tomorrow.
Good news for everyone who falls into that category.
You can indeed unlock doors mid-flight. It is very funny and embarrassing when it happens.
JD not doing the quadrant glitch. I get to maybe unfamiliar.
Can't believe we're not seeing any new quadrant glitches.
Oh my god. There's a new version of one of the 101st way to Agatu 50 that saves a handful of seconds and is noticeably harder, in my opinion.
It's not even that new either.
Is it really? I've never seen anyone even talk
Hoda-
about it.
Hoda just did it in his All Bosses world record, and Chex noticed at some point and learned it and was like, this is harder than it's worth. And then Yoho just decided to stir things up the other day, I guess. I've been aware of it for a long time, but never learned it because I'm lazy.
All it took was some words of encouragement.
Well, yeah. I can't have my peers learning things that I don't learn. I can't let people get better than me. You're already
At
also
least
good.
until you win the tournament, and
Yeah.
then you can teach everyone.
No, I don't know anything. I can't teach you anything.
Yeah, JD just going to the middle of Todorok for the Agatu trip. Probably see the cane version of the lava dive.
Yeah. Just a very easy version of this. You just do a North Mario here and then transition.
Hmm.
And then transition down.
You have to be a little careful with the block, but you make the mistake once where you don't get rid of the block before transitioning, and then you don't do it again.
Yeah. JD forgetting that they had already opened that door and didn't need to bonk it open.
It's very easy to forget, especially because you look at the door that you're coming out of, and it's always open because it's a different door. So you don't even think about it.
Right.
But the door that's you're actually going through is visible.
Okay. The important question is if we'll see a climb or not. Oh, nice.
Oh, looks like we're going for it.
We're going for it?
Oh no. Not quite.
Not quite.
Let's try.
JD's gonna have a significantly easier game fight than Purdy did because he found 2 extra swords along the way.
And half magic.
True. If half magic becomes relevant in your gold sword silvers Ganon fight, there are serious problems.
The half magic is useful for all the pushing we're going to be doing in this fight.
I don't think that there would be a problem. We were talking about this in chat a little bit, that you cannot hook push past Ganon. You do have to actually kill Ganon. I certainly personally would not have an issue with JD killing Ganon and then hook pushing to the Triforce, although that requires some tricky stuff because you can't menu after Ganon dies.
Yeah, you would have
You
to
have everything set up.
Yeah. Which is kind of difficult because I think the fire bats would help despawn your blocks.
Right, but it would be extremely swag, so...
It would be very cool.
I would like to
I
see
don't-
JD do that, please.
I don't know if there's really a problem with it because you're still killing Ganon, right?
I can't imagine why there would be. You
think
kill
it's an
Ganon,
admin
and then
input.
you're just supposed to get to the Triforce with Ganon
Yeah.
dead, like...
Malmo won't tell the admins. Thank you, Malmo.
Thanks, Momo.
It would be very impressive because it would be quite a lot slower and more difficult for no game.
Oh, much more difficult and slower.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be great.
But now we can do it, so thank you, Malmo.
Alright. Mishka got those GGs in a little early, but GGs to JD. Finishing with
GG.
a 155.20. And we'll see if they want to come chat. Well, you'd have to wait for the fanfare, yeah, but you could hook push after that, right?
That's what I
Just
was
across the bridge.
Yeah.
I do think it's silly that the fanfare is required in Rio and Oasis, but we've already had this discussion and I lost, so not trying to reopen any old wounds. Hello.
Hello.
GG.
Thank you.
What are some of your...
I guess you shouldn't skip. Oh, I was just gonna say, I guess you shouldn't skip Hyrule Castle and that seed, huh?
Yeah, that was definitely the big problem for you in this seed.
Yeah, you found that GT big key and then got totally derailed from the happy path.
Yeah, we were wondering if you
Yeah,
were
when I saw
about to
that
go-
TR was a crystal, I was like... Yeah, when I saw TR was a crystal, I was like, great, like, this seed could have been so quick, but I don't have either of the rods, like, when I found that out. Did a prdwong find both of the same rods that I did, or did find the other ones?
Yep. Yeah, we only saw 2 rods,
Yeah.
as far as I saw
didn't.
anyway.
Oh man, I feel like I just played that, like, I don't know, like I just made way too many mistakes. Like going to the back of Skullwoods with no key and then not getting the stuck push through the door was like so embarrassing. I wanted to die, like...
Yeah, it's a surprisingly difficult part of the hook push to remember sometimes.
Yeah, I've done that before for sure. I would recommend looking at your stream for a minute in the Lost Woods. Looking at your screen,
Oh.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
Yes, during the credits.
during the credits, yeah. You're gonna get
Oh,
a nasty
the
surprise. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, let me... What channel are you on? Or no,
I mean,
I guess I'll just look.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, that seed could have been like so simple and fast, but I like made it harder on myself with too many mistakes and trying to, like, I don't know, I felt like I had to skip things to keep up because prdwong is like a very experienced runner, even if they aren't up to date on all the new tech, and I don't know. I tried to do things like quickly, but didn't think the plans like through all the way. I don't know, but I don't know. It was an experience though, and I mean, sub 2 hours on a seat is good for me. I mean, it's not good for everyone, but it's good for me. Face reflector.
That's the mirror.
Oh yeah, that would have been helpful.
It would have gotten you to escape, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, the seed really didn't do you a lot of favors by giving you a lot of useful items and then not making the second fire rod easy to find.
Yeah.
we were wondering if anywhere at all he might find the second fire rod and be in Go Maroon, but it just didn't happen.
It would have been very close because prdwong never found the Moon Pearl, never went into GT at all. So if you had found the other fire rod at some point, you would have had such a mobility advantage that it would have become pretty close. But just had to hunt everywhere for it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I felt like it started, once I started getting going, it was going well for a little bit. But like when I went to TR and there was no, I was like, if there's a fire rod at TR, I'm just going to be done. So I should probably just go there, but it wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, but I got a lot of crystals like pretty quickly, like before I left TR anyway, before I went to TR. So I thought maybe there was hope, but yeah, I don't know. Were there any other checks that I did that my opponent did not do?
A bit of
Like, other
luck.
than GT? Okay.
GT was the main one. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, some Dark World, Overworld stuff that prdwong
Yeah.
didn't have much reason to do without Bell.
I think you opened more stuff in Ice Palace, but like maybe only one more check.
Yeah, I full cleared ice because I was just really hoping for a fire rod somewhere, like so I didn't have to
Yeah.
go like pick a different location to go to.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and you opened a couple more things in Turtle Rock, but yeah, it was not a. It was mostly GT was the difference in terms of actual chest opened.
Yeah, the invisible moon pearl behind ice armos. How about that?
Yeah.
Classic. It's a good thing it was in such an easy location that we can get to in the light world.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have too many other thoughts other than that. I mean, I could have played it better, but I mean, probably everyone says that.
Mm-hmm. It's quite hard to play a neurologic seed and not make any mistakes because so many glitches that you do, and not all of them are very easy. You were doing quite well in a lot of places.
Yeah, I do think that you got
Oh,
quite
thank you
unlucky
for
with
saying
the
that.
fire rod. This was not by any means all your fault. You made a lot of reasonable decisions that just did not work out.
That's all
Yeah.
right. I had fun though.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, that's the last race for you in this tournament because this was prdwong's second win in the match. What were your thoughts?
Yeah.
How was your experience with the tournament and getting to play in it?
Oh, I'm just happy to be here. Like, if there was like qualifiers or something, like if there was enough interest for that, I know I probably wouldn't have been in it. But I literally only started playing No Logic like one day before the tournament like signups ended, and so I feel like considering that, it's okay to not beat anybody. It's just fun to experience racing people that are really good, and it's stressful in a way, but it's fun. I mean, I don't know. I look forward to the rest of the tournament. Some of the other races we've seen have been like ridiculously close with so many interesting strategies, glitches, routing, and all that. So I don't know. I'm not like sad that I'm eliminated. I think that it's whatever. There always will be more games to play if I choose to do that.
You definitely also got thrown a little bit into the deep end, having to play Krithal first and then prdwong second. Both of them very experienced glitch runners.
Yeah, I played so bad on my first race against Krithal, like not having ever, raced on a like stream before. I just like I don't know. I didn't cope with the pressure very well, but nonetheless, I mean, whatever. It was an experience.
You'll be good to go for the next No Logic tournament.
Yeah.
I appreciate the kind words from all of you, and thanks for calming, and thanks to everyone that helped out and everybody that watched. I'm glad to at least be able to participate. It was fun.
Yeah, thanks for playing. We'll probably see you on comms again too. You've been stepping up for that. It's been cool.
Yeah, I was surprised that. I mean, I guess it's just because schedules, but yeah, I mean, if people, if the slots aren't filled, I'm happy to help out when I can. So, yeah, it's been fun.
Absolutely. Thanks for playing again, both of you. I think that's the last
Yeah,
No Logic
GG.
race for tonight. There's quite a lot happening tomorrow.
Isn't it already tomorrow for you, Tam?
It's been tomorrow for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you are interested in watching some more No Logic fun, there's a lot of races on tomorrow, including a Speed Gaming Daily, so keep your eyes peeled on the Speed Gaming channels.
Sounds good.
Everybody watch Tam vs. Visa Cat tomorrow. All right.
Uh-huh.
Any last words before we close this out? All right, sounds
So
good.
GG again to prdwong.
GG's to you.
GG's everyone. Take care.